The Hidden Beauty.
Once upon a time in a small American town, there lived a millionaire named Mr.
Johnson, whose daughter, Emily, faced a tragic accident that left her with visible scars. Shattered by the incident, she became withdrawn, hiding from the world and feeling unworthy of love and friendship. Despite her father's wealth, Emily felt isolated. He tried to cheer her up with lavish gifts, but nothing could replace the warmth of human connection. One day, her caretaker, Sarah, a kind-hearted woman, decided to help Emily face her fears. Sarah gently encouraged Emily to volunteer at a local shelter. Reluctant at first, Emily soon discovered the joy of helping others. As she interacted with children facing their own challenges, Emily realized that true beauty lies in compassion, not appearance. Slowly, her confidence grew. She learned that her scars told a story of resilience. The more she embraced herself, the more others began to see her in a light. Eventually, Emily became an advocate for those with similar experiences, inspiring countless others to find beauty in their uniqueness. In the end, she understood that love and kindness transcend all barriers, and true wealth is found in the heart. As Emily continued to volunteer at the shelter, she formed a close bond with the children. One little girl, Mia, reminded her of her younger self, full of curiosity and wonder. Mia had a rare skin condition that made her stand out, and Emily saw a reflection of her own struggles in Mia's eyes. Determined to lift Mia's spirits, Emily organized a special art day at the shelter. The children painted their feelings on canvases, expressing joy, sadness, and hope. Watching Mia's vibrant artwork come to life ignited something within Emily. She realized that everyone has a story worth sharing. With Sarah's encouragement, Emily began to share her own story with the children. She spoke openly about her accident and the journey to self-acceptance. As she opened up, the children found strength in her words. They learned that everyone has challenges, and it's okay to seek help. This newfound confidence led Emily to start a blog called Scars of Strength, where she shared stories of resilience and hope. As her blog gained traction, more people connected with her message, and she received letters from readers who felt inspired by her journey. One day, Emily received an invitation to speak at a national conference on mental health. Excited but terrified, she hesitated. What if people judged her for her appearance? With Sarah's support, she decided to face her fears head-on. On the day of the conference, Emily took the stage, heart racing. As she shared her story, she saw a sea of empathetic faces. By the end of her speech, the audience erupted in applause. For the first time, Emily felt truly accepted. Inspired by her experience, Emily launched a local support group for young people dealing with similar challenges. The group met weekly, creating a safe space for sharing and healing. Together, they organized community events to promote self-love and acceptance. As the group grew, Emily felt a sense of belonging she had longed for. They celebrated each other's successes and supported one another through struggles, forming deep friendships that transformed their lives. Years passed, and Emily became a well-known advocate for mental health awareness. During a community event, she spotted Mia, now a confident young girl, sharing her own story on stage. Tears filled Emily's eyes as she realized the impact she had made. That day, Emily understood that her journey had come full circle. She had turned her pain into purpose, inspiring others to embrace their scars. As Emily's influence grew, so did the challenges. With success came scrutiny, and not everyone was supportive. Some critics questioned her motives, suggesting she was using her story for fame. These negative voices crept into her mind, causing doubt and anxiety. Determined not to let negativity hold her back, Emily sought guidance from Sarah, who reminded her of the importance of staying true to her mission. With renewed focus, Emily decided to channel her energy into her advocacy, reinforcing her commitment to authenticity. Inspired by Emily's work, local schools began inviting her to speak to students about self-acceptance and resilience. Each time she spoke, she noticed a ripple effect as students began forming their own support networks, sharing stories, and lifting each other up. One day, Emily visited a high school where she met Jake, a shy boy who had been bullied for his appearance. His story resonated with her, and she took him under her wing. Together, they organized an anti-bullying campaign that encouraged empathy and understanding among peers. To further her mission, Emily decided to organize a charity fundraiser for mental health resources in the community. She enlisted the help of her support group, and they brainstormed ideas to create an event that would unite people in kindness. The day of the event arrived, and the community turned out in droves. Local businesses donated goods, and people shared stories of resilience. Emily felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude as she saw the impact of their collective efforts. As Emily flourished in her role as an advocate, she began to confront her own unresolved feelings about her scars. One quiet evening, she sat with Sarah and opened up about her fears and insecurities. In a heartwarming moment, Sarah reminded Emily that healing is an ongoing journey. Together, they discussed ways to practice self-love, from journaling to mindfulness. With Sarah's support, Emily began to embrace her scars as a part of her beautiful story. While working on her charity, Emily met Alex, a talented artist who also struggled with self-acceptance. They bonded over their shared experiences and began collaborating on a project to create a mural that celebrated diversity and strength. The mural would symbolize the beauty of overcoming struggles, and they invited local artists to contribute. As they worked together, Emily found solace in Alex's friendship, and their creativity flourished. After months of hard work, the day of the mural unveiling arrived. The community gathered to witness the vibrant artwork that told stories of courage and hope. Emily stood proudly beside Alex, surrounded by friends, family, and supporters. As the crowd applauded, Emily felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. She realized that their collective stories of strength were now immortalized in the mural, inspiring future generations. As Emily's journey continued, she realized that change was an essential part of growth. With the success of her advocacy, she decided to take a leap of faith and expand her efforts beyond the local community. Emily envisioned a national tour to spread her message further. With the support of her friends and the community, Emily began planning her tour. She envisioned a series of workshops and speaking engagements in various cities, empowering individuals to embrace their uniqueness and foster self-love. The day of Emily's tour launch arrived, filled with excitement and nervousness. Accompanied by Sarah and her support group, she traveled from city to city, sharing her story and facilitating workshops. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life connected with her message. One evening, in a bustling city, Emily met a group of teens who shared their struggles with self-esteem and bullying. Through heartfelt discussions, Emily saw the powerful impact her words had on them, igniting their hope and inspiring them to advocate for themselves and their peers. As the tour continued, stories of help and resilience flooded in from participants. Many shared how Emily's message had encouraged them to start their own initiatives, fostering kindness and acceptance in their schools and communities. Seeing this ripple effect filled Emily with joy. She realized that the movement she started was growing beyond her expectations, and she was no longer just a voice for herself, but for countless others who needed encouragement. After several months on the road, Emily returned home to a warm welcome. Her support group organized a reunion, where they celebrated not only Emily's success but also their individual growth. During the reunion, Emily was surprised to see Mia, now a confident young girl, who had come to share her own journey. Mia spoke about how Emily's influence had empowered her to embrace her uniqueness, inspiring her to become a youth leader in her school. Just as everything seemed to be flourishing, Emily received a call that shook her. Sarah had been diagnosed with a serious illness. Feeling overwhelmed with worry, Emily struggled to focus on her work while trying to support her dear friend. Realizing the importance of self-care, Emily leaned on her support group. Together, they rallied around Sarah, organizing a fundraiser to help with medical expenses and provide support for her recovery. The fundraiser was a tremendous success, showcasing the strength of the community they had built. Friends, family, and supporters came together, reminding Emily of the power of love and unity. During this challenging time, Emily learned the importance of vulnerability and seeking help. She shared her fears and worries, inspiring others to speak openly about their struggles, reinforcing that it's okay to ask for support. As Sarah recovered, Emily took a moment to reflect on her journey. She felt gratitude for every challenge she faced, as each had shaped her into the person she had become. Emily understood that life is a series of ups and downs, and it's the connections we build along the way that make us resilient. With Sarah's health improving, Emily decided to write a book that would encapsulate her journey and the stories of those she had met along the way. She hoped to reach even more people, sharing the message that every scar tells a story worth telling. As she penned her experiences, Emily envisioned a future filled with help and strength, determined to keep spreading her message far and wide. The community she had built, filled with love, support, and acceptance, was just the beginning of a beautiful legacy. With the community center established, Emily decided to launch a new initiative called Wings of Change. The program aimed to provide mentorship to young people, focusing on personal development, self-acceptance, and community service. Recruiting mentors from various backgrounds, Emily created a diverse team that could relate to different experiences. The program quickly attracted participants eager to learn and grow. Emily felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing she was empowering the next generation to embrace their unique stories. During one of the mentorship sessions, Emily received an unexpected visit from a documentary filmmaker who had heard about her journey. Intrigued by her story, he proposed creating a documentary to highlight her advocacy work and the impact of Wings of Change. Excited yet nervous, Emily agreed, realizing this was an opportunity to reach a broader audience. The filming process brought new challenges, as she navigated vulnerability and the pressure of being in the spotlight, but she remained committed to her message. As the documentary crew followed Emily and the program participants, they captured heartwarming moments of growth, laughter, and even tears. Emily emphasized the importance of authenticity, encouraging participants to share their struggles openly. Through the process, she discovered the transformative power of storytelling. Each participant's voice added depth to the project, and the documentary evolved into a powerful narrative about resilience, community, and the beauty of embracing one's true self. Upon the documentary's release, it gained widespread attention, and Emily was invited to speak at international conferences and events. Her message resonated globally, inspiring movements for mental health awareness and self-acceptance in various countries. Traveling the world, Emily connected with individuals from different cultures who shared their own stories of struggle and triumph. She realized that while their experiences varied, the underlying themes of resilience and hope were universal. Despite the positive impact of the documentary, Emily faced criticism from some quarters. Detractors accused her of exploiting her scars for fame. Hurt by the comments, she found herself questioning her intentions and feeling disheartened. In her moments of doubt, Emily sought solace in her support group. They reminded her of the profound change she had sparked in so many lives. With their encouragement, she decided to address the criticism head-on, using it as a platform to discuss the importance of self-advocacy and authenticity. To further unite the community and combat negativity, Emily organized a festival of stories. The event invited people from all walks of life to share their personal journeys, emphasizing the power of vulnerability and acceptance. On the day of the festival, the atmosphere was electric with hope and camaraderie. As Emily listened to the stories of others, she felt the weight of the world lift off her shoulders. She realized that together, they could create a strong tapestry of resilience and support. Inspired by the festival's success, Emily launched a series of community dialogues, bringing together individuals from diverse backgrounds to discuss mental health, acceptance, and empathy. The conversations opened doors for understanding and healing, fostering connections among those who had previously felt isolated. These dialogues became a cornerstone of the community center, transforming it into a safe haven for discussions that mattered. Emily felt empowered to keep pushing boundaries, believing that change begins with open conversations. During one of the dialogues, A young man named Amir shared his experience with mental health stigma in his community. Moved by his vulnerability, Emily realized that there was still so much work to be done in breaking down barriers. This moment ignited a new initiative focused on reaching marginalized communities, addressing mental health issues, and promoting inclusivity. Emily collaborated with local organizations to create outreach programs, ensuring that everyone had access to support and resources. As her initiatives expanded, Emily reflected on the heart of her advocacy work. It wasn't just about her story, it was about creating a movement where everyone felt valued and heard. Emily began incorporating self-care practices into her work, emphasizing the importance of mental well-being for advocates. She organized retreats for mentors and participants, where they could recharge and reconnect with their purpose. Years later, Emily found herself in a place she never imagined, a thought leader in mental health advocacy. As she prepared for a major conference, she reflected on her journey and the lives she had touched. Standing before a crowd, Emily shared not just her story, but the stories of countless others who had found strength in vulnerability. She emphasized that while her journey was personal, it was also a shared experience, a testament to the power of community. As Emily looked towards the future, she felt hopeful. She envisioned a world where everyone embraced their stories, where kindness and acceptance flourished, and where scars were celebrated as symbols of resilience. With her community thriving and her initiatives continuing to inspire change, Emily knew that her legacy would live on through the hearts of those she had empowered. Together, they would keep the message of self-acceptance and love alive, lighting the way for future generations. The end.